Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I think it was the Action Marathon, why not, why not? We go back to 1987, being another good film by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, from the big success of Predator, and he decided to do this one. Same there, that being The Running Man. That's right, The Running Man. Now, as people may or may not know, The Running Man, as some people know now, if you check your history, was a Stephen King book. That's right, it was taken off, I shit you not, a Stephen King book. Not making it up, a Stephen King book. Now, in the book version, remember the character's name? It was Deckard. Um, in the film Deckard, I'm thinking Blade Runner. The character's name who Ryan unfortunately played, if I can memorise his bloody name. I can't think of his bloody name now. But, right, was actually a weak man, believe it or not, a skinny, weak man. He had his wife, there was poor, there was something poverty, his wife became a hooker, he had a daughter, so he had no option but to go into this competition that pays a big dollop of money to star in The Running Man. Now, I do know the book version had a downbeat ending, he self-sacrifices himself, he finds out his woman, his kid's been murdered, the lot. Happy to say the movie version is not like the Stephen King one. Not like it. And I do know that the director was one of the actors who appeared in, let me think, Starsky and Hutch. That's right, one of the directors is the same one who acted in Starsky and Hutch. And there was a lot of things going on. They had a lot of hard work making The Running Man. But what a cast of killers. You've got the big guy, you might remember him, he played in The Wanderers, he played in Stir Chaser, he plays the one who fired the electric, from Wanderer, and he sings and fires electric, that's him. You got Arnie, I love the music straight away, I love it. The only downbeat was, this was not as successful as Predator. Predator made it a lot more. But I still love The Running Man, and over the years, I love it more because I think this inspired a lot of game shows, whether it be Gladiators, whether it be The Warriors, if you remember that game show. It inspired it when you think about it, and it inspired a lot of other game show sort of films. So, like I say, it's great music from the opening. Do 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 do. Not gonna do the rest. And you've got Anna, he's in an helicopter, you get the idea he's a soldier, a little bit like he was in Commando and Predator, but the rest of the people get ordered to kill innocent people. And Annie's a good guy, he's not going to kill innocent people, he even says, these are just people begging for food, innocent people, families, are you going to do it, damn it? And his own men knock him out, and they set him up and he goes to piss him. I love the fact he has a chain on his neck. It kind of reminds me of another film I remember reviewing once called, if I remember it, it came to the Woodland Hour films I was doing, that being called Red Block. It reminds me of that because if you tie a escape and you want a certain distance and you run away from this thing that sets an alarm off, it blows your head up. Have you ever seen a movie called Red Block? Very similar. So they've got to escape and they manage to outsmart it. One person's stupid, he doesn't get the idea that the thing's not properly turned off, but it blows his head off. You've got Artie Carco, if you can remember his name, remember him in Alien, and you remember him being the Bond villain in Live and Let Die. Artie Carco is in this, if you can remember his name right. Sad to say he's no longer with us, may he rest. And the funny thing is, the main villain in this, the one who's the Deimos, what's a Damo says in real life, he's a percent game souls. So I thought I loved that little touch. I the bit where he says, it's so time. So let's say Arnie and his mates get away, they're on the run, but they manage to get rid of the explosive bomb. But Arnie gets set up, he gets caught, the Damo sees him, he says, I want them legs here. And when you think about it, this game show is brutal because it's not just a game show where you win a prize. If you're a man, you win a beautiful woman, you win a theatre, all that. No, what you win is your life because it's a game to the death. So I sort of like that. It's sort of like an horror film and an action film when you think about it. The order it is, it's like a slasher film. So you got the Chainsaw Man, which sounds a bit like Leatherface, and he's chasing everybody. Sad to say, he kills my mate, Apitado. This is died of Ida Watts now, known he's no longer with us. May he rest in peace. I do love that thing, and I'd love to have a ride like that where it shoots you down, you're spinning, your face is moving. There must have been a ride like that. There must have been. But I do remember there was a game of The Running Man when it come out, an arcade game. Graphics are not that great now, but it's an old video game from the 80s. So that's the Chainsaw Man gets it. I love the bit where it's definitely an 18 film. This is the irony I miss. He says, I love this saw. I'm going to make this saw a part of you. And Arnie gets him. He says, keep it. It belongs to you. You've got the idea. He slices him down there and all the way up there. You've got the blood squirting out everywhere, making it sound more bloody than what it is. But I love the bit he goes, oh, love it. But as I say, his mate sadly dies, Avitaro, which is very hard to watch. He's got another die, chassis on, a bit nerdy. He gets electrocuted by my other person, which is very hard to watch because another die is no longer with us. Like I say, he played in The Wanderers. One day I might review that film. Very good, unestimated film, based on the 60s, but wasn't. It came out in the late 70s, but it's based on the early 60s. And he played in Stir Chaser. Very good die. Sad to say he's no longer with us. So most of the killers in this, the stalkers, that's what they call them, the stalkers. But out of them and sadly no longer with us. But I say he kills our other mate. You've got one girl in it. I sort of also forgot about her. You might remember her in Predator 2. She sort of like turned Arnie in, but she realises it's BS because on the news when she turned him in, they made out that Arnold Schwarzenegger's character killed loads of people. That never happened. So she knew there was something going on. So she got set up. So that's another deal. And so on. But like I say, they managed to outsmart it. They kill stalkers on the way. Some of the people who are watching the game end up wanting Arnie to win. I love the old lady in it. It's one bad motherfucker. Which is so hilarious for a little old lady. It has me wondering when they did Joker Retour, did the director, did he actually see The Running Man? Because there's a funny bit in that video, a little old lady swearing. I thought it made me laugh and chuckle. This little friendly little old lady swearing. It just made me laugh, that scene. And like I say, Arnie gets the baddies, kills the stalkers, gets Dylan, bangs him on that roller coaster machine, flies, kills him. I love the line where he says, now that hit the spot. And there's a good song I love in The Running Man. Love the song. I've even got it at an MP3 called You Hit the Right Spot. And I love the song. It's such pumping. It's action. If I ever go to the gym, that's a song I'd love to hear in a gym. So that's The Running Man. I do remember there's a bit where Dylan pisses his die off. He says, what is it? Do steroids make you deaf? Which is his big mistake because the majority dad walks out. I love the bit where they make Arnie looks like he got killed. And use a computer image, which is funny because this was before we had TikTok. You know, TikTok that imitates your face. And sort of did that in this film, The Running Man. So I sort of like that, them little touches in the Running Man. So The Running Man, 1987. It's not one a lot of people talk about nowadays. And it's a good one. And it's one of my favourites of Arnold Schwarzenegger's. Same as Predator. So the hell with it. A 15-star rating for me. Into them. I'll talk about more stuff on the way. Down with me 80s marathon. And I'll be on my way. Into them. Be smart. Be safe. See you later.